a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, folks, we're on. Today is a special day for me and for many of you, I hope. Today is not a day of barbecues, drinking beer, partying. Today, to me, and I hope many other brothers that have gone to war for this country, today is the day, I guess you'd say, of somber celebration. Today we celebrate those that have given everything they had to give for those of us left here. You know, it's hard for me today to do the program. It's hard for me because today is a day that I see the faces of so many that I was with. Huh? Good. Okay, I just got word from Alden that we're getting that loud and clear. By the way, if you got somebody you can call today to get them to listen, the number to call in or the listen line is 401-283-6754, and have them press 1 for the channel 1. And as I would, and by the way, I want to apologize to Alden. Alden had everything set up for me to simply test so that we could take phone calls. But today, as you know, thanks to many of you, some of you, I'm on the abbreviated treatment schedule. And today, guess what? Instead of raising 800, we have to raise today 400, thereabouts. It's almost 400. But I thought it would be a simple matter of when we change to this new cut back stuff that it would just be today. I would just start with the lesser amount. I was wrong. And for 2 days, it's been testing the medicine and adjusting the medicine and everything. It's been quite an ordeal. But I am here, and today we don't have to raise what we had to raise this time last week. And that is a great thing, a great thing. So please help if you can. Then back to what I was trying to say, or what I'm trying to dedicate today to. It's about sacrifice. It's about sacrifice people have made for us, for all of us. I hope those of you that can hear me today, I hope you are honoring this day, all of you. Just know that it's a day that, like so many of our holidays that have had purpose, but then the purpose seems to get marginalized when it becomes just another day for advertising specials and another excuse to go party or take a day off, whatever. Just remember, it's about people that have been left behind. Okay? It's about people left behind. I want to tell you, I want to tell y'all about what, as best I can put into words, what people have sacrificed for us to this day. Going to war is usually done by the young, 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids that right at the peak of their lives, they hold on, we were knocked off the air briefly, but we're back on now. Okay, thank you. We're back on the air, I find out. 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that it seems more fair to me would be war should be fought by the old people that have enjoyed the gift America has given them for years and years and years. For it to be a way to pay back a country that has benefited them so. The wars are always fought by the young. Their lives are sacrificed, and the days they lose, nobody really cares. You know, I think back to Vietnam, I see the faces of soldiers I was with. I see their faces when they were smiling and when we were happy. And then I see their faces when they're laying stone cold. And I struggle to try to keep the face of the smiling, happy person and block out the stone cold face of when they left this world. But there's a point between that time. There's a point between when they're smiling, carefree, and they leave this world mutilated most, and they're just gone. In a second, a split second, they're just gone. But it's that time period in between when a young man is thrust into combat, and oh, he's trained. Lord, he's trained. And the people that do the training have done a good job convincing them that they're invincible. But soon after the first round goes off and whizzes by your head or thuds in the ground right in front of you, and you get the realization that there's somebody that you don't know, that you have no idea who it is, but they're shooting at you, trying to kill you. And your first impulse is to put your face in the ground and hide, just hide. And there is a sense of fear that unless you've been through it, I don't know how to describe this maddening, this fear that just totally takes your body and it's no longer yours. You want to walk, but you can't. You want to run, but you can't. You can't seem to get your face up out of that dirt. And the more the ground lifts, the more the thuds and the rounds come by your head, a sound you'll never forget. the deeper you just want to get your face and your body into that ground. And then, as usual, it happens. Someone that you knew just moments ago, someone is gone. Someone is gone. And you look over to where Tom or Joe or Bob or Bill or whatever the name, who was just there by you, just there. You look over, the ground's turning red. You've never seen it before. You've never seen the ground turning that red. You see the body, but you don't want to scan the body. You don't. But you know you have to, because you might be hurt. But you fear he's gone. But here you are with your face, now it's your ear just down in the ground. One eye, your eye is just the eye closest to the ground. You can't even open it because you've just embedded yourself so deep. And you scan up and down. And you realize the person next to you is no longer there. And the fear grabs you in a way that you thought it was something before, but it grabs you and you realize you are literally in hell. And everything that you had thought or believed, everything that was right, everything that was up, everything, it's just all wrong. It's just all wrong. And you can't shake this fear. It's just fear grabbing you and grabbing you. And then you get scared even more because you realize you've had your face now. What if the people trying to kill you have moved up on you? What if they're coming right up on you? You've got to look up. You've got to stick your head up. You've got to see. But you can't. You just can't do it. And then somehow, somebody's voice just echoes in your head. Rely on your training. It's your training. It's your training. You're not coming home if you don't rely on your training. You have got to let go of yourself, and you've got to let the training do what it was designed to do. And somehow, in the midst of all of this madness and this noise and things so foreign, you commit yourself to that thought. And slowly, slowly, slowly. And all this stuff I'm telling you takes place in just a matter of seconds, but it seems like it's hours. Hours. Slowly you start edging your head where you can get some glimpse of what's in front of you. Just some glimpse. And then the screaming starts. People getting hit, people getting wounded, people crying out. And you duck back down. Because they must have done the same thing you did. They must have stuck their head up just like you did, but then they got theirs probably blown off. And the fear is uncontrollable. Fear. And it seems like the guy shooting at you has no fear. And you wonder, where does somebody that's shooting at me, where did they get this courage? Where have they got this courage? Why have they got it and I don't? Where does the courage come from? Well, it's time for the first commercial. Folks, I got this from Greg at Leading Edge. The numbers are 30% less than Friday. This is due to Memorial Day holiday and because so many other talk show hosts take off. People assume your work ethic would be like theirs. Thank God it isn't. We'll be back up tomorrow, and in terms of numbers, we'll be back up to the normal numbers we hope tomorrow. But even though there are 30% less, I have to ask if y'all can. This is my first day of the reduced treatment. 1 hour after I get off this program, I've got to go. Please help me get the 400. Please, somebody, today of days. I know it's not easy. Today of days, we've got to hit 400. And technically, it's like $16 less, but let's say 400. Can you please help? Please. Now, just so that you know, technically we don't have to get 400 because 70 has come in this morning already. So technically, for $330 is what we've got to have. Would you please help me get it? Help me get it. Somebody that's listening, being PayPal. Now, another thing that's not happening normally by this time, I have received several texts from people saying they're listening. I've received none. I mean, other than Greg giving me the numbers. I hope my remembering this day is not a turnoff to you. I hope I don't bore you. But I think if I can do nothing else, if there's nothing else I can do on this day, I just want to give you some insight as to what these people that we celebrate today sacrificed and what it was like. Because I know many of you, most of you, I wish it were none of you had to go through it. Back to the young soldiers, I got this. I'm listening. Thank you. Thank you. I got one person listening. Hope it's not boring you. But if it is boring you today, then please forgive me. Please forgive me. Got this. I sent 100. Larry, I don't have a lot left, but I pray that it helps. Please say a prayer for our fallen folks. And help whatever you can. Yes, I think that was Mary. I'm not sure if that's Mary. I'm sorry. Then I got this. No, it's not boring. Please don't let it bore you. Please don't. You start hearing the screams, and the fear has got you. And you know you got to do something, but you don't know what you got to do because you're relying on your training, but training never laid somebody next to you. Now the blood's getting on you. Now you're starting to get this warm. And you didn't realize blood was so slippery. I got this from a listener. I appreciate this tribute today. You should receive dollars in the mail tomorrow. Mail Friday. Thank you. Thank you. We're 230 away from what we've got to have today. If that 100 came through, I don't see it yet, but maybe it did. To the person that sent the 100, did you send it PayPal, I think, or you did, or you didn't, maybe? I don't know. Sometimes on the phone thing, it don't show exactly when PayPal stuff comes in. Let me know if you sent it PayPal, please. And then somewhere, although you have not been over religious your life, most of it, you pray. Okay, it was sent with PayPal. Maybe it will be on the other thing, just not on my phone thingy. You start praying. You pray for God, please. God, help me. God, help me. And then you hear someone say, hold the line, hold the line. And then this person that's voice you know, okay, boys, let them have it. And you've got to raise your weapon. You've got to raise that thing up. You've got to look up over whatever it is you're behind, and somebody's got a bullet with your name all on it. But you hear the other weapons going off, and you realize, thank God, some of the people with me, they're still around. And then you realize, well, if they can do it, I've got to do it. And that's where this band of brothers concept comes from. I assure you, in combat, folks, you may have gotten in for all the right reasons, God, country, but your first combat. And every day of combat from then on, it's about you staying alive. And then something happens. It's hard to explain. Now, guys, I can't explain it. Nobody's ever been able to really explain it to me. But something happens. And a feeling of more than self comes over you. And you can't let the other guys with you down. Because if you let them down, if you don't do your job, somebody else falls, it's because of you. And that shame is just something you can't even begin to fathom you could bear. You can't bear it. So, you raise your weapon. Most of the time, I've seen it, done it. Most of the time, you pop a few rounds off with your weapon just above you, thinking somehow, miraculously, that if the enemy has come on you and is right on you, fixing to shoot you at point blank range, that somehow if you just stick your weapon up above that thing you're behind and pop off a few rounds, if they're that close, you'll surely hit them. And then it's time. Then it is time. You have to look with your eyes and you have to fight. So you stick your head up. You stick your head up. And when that head goes up, it's incredible. You don't see anything. Wait a minute. You're getting shot at. The guy next to you is dead or seriously wounded. You can't get to him. You've hollered medic, but no medic could come. Fire is too intense, but you look up, but you see nothing. Where are they? Where are they? Got a message here. White House placed on lockdown today. Might have found a suspicious package. Today, they're worried about the White House when we've got soldiers that are in the field. Every second of their life, they are under fire or about to be. and our mighty, precious president that keeps them in the field, they're worried because there might be a package that might blow up, that might damage some part of the fence, or worse still, some brave soul may die or get seriously wounded trying to protect that precious president. So forgive me, y'all, for not getting too brokenhearted that the White House is locked down. White House should stay locked down with the mad Muslim black president we've got today. I think we are safer when the White House is locked down to where he can't do the damage to this nation that's being done. I got a yay out of that. Thank you. Back to where I was. You raise your head and there's nothing to see. Except periodically you see this little speck coming, just whizzing. And you know instantly what it is. It's a tracer round. It's a round. And you see it coming. And in the split second that you see it, it passes and you hear this sound. But you don't know where it came from. You can't see the enemy. And someone to the left says, it's over there. He's over there. Wherever over there is, it can be behind a tree, it can be behind a building in Afghanistan, Iraq, it can be wherever that over there is. And you realize for the first time, you take your weapon, you scan that area, and there he is. There, for just a split second, is this thing. It's the enemy. Now, in that moment, I'm just going to tell you, in that moment, that thing you see doesn't give you the image that it's a man or a woman. It doesn't give you that image. It's just a thing you see. And then you see the smoke come out of his weapon. And you hear, a split second later, the crack. And then it's as though there's nothing else in the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's like there is nothing else going on in the world. It's you. Looking down the sight of your weapon. That thing is backed out of the picture. It's not there. But you know it's coming back. And you take aim, close aim. Now, let's say that thing is behind the corner of a building, as our forces are seeing today in Iraq and Afghanistan. You take your weapon and you sight it right on the edge of that building, right there at the edge, and then you pull just about a half an inch away from the edge of that building, knowing that when that thing comes out, you're going to fire your round. And that should put you hitting that target. Well, just as sure as life in this crazy world happened, yes, I just lit a cigarette. This makes me nervous because I've been there, I've seen it. Just as sure as the light from the sun comes out, that thing pops out from behind that thing. And without thinking, when that thing pops, you shoot. And there goes your round. And unfortunately, because you were scared, unfortunately, because of all the things happening to you that you have never experienced before, your round hits. Instead of hitting that thing about a half inch beyond the corner of that building, when you fire, you notice your round hits the building about a foot to the other side and about a foot high. You pulled your shot because you were scared, you were nervous. This time, that thing sees you and knows you're shooting at it. Everything in that split second, folks, changes. It all does. It's you and that thing. Now, whether that thing actually sees you, I don't know. I never have known. But you sure feel like it did. This time, when it pulls out around the corner, you lay your round. And this time, you see that thing fall back. And although you don't know if you killed him, you damn sure know you hit him. And now that thing is laying on the ground. What do? So you're this new soldier, this young 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kid. What do? You just hit him. He's on the ground, sort of, but you don't know if you killed him, but you're sure you did. But then you know. Shoot him again. Make sure he's dead. Shoot him again. Make sure he's dead, because you've heard all the stories from all the veterans of combat that have told you, boy, when they're down, you shoot them again, because it's not the live ones you worry about. It's the dead ones that get back up and kill you. So you shoot and you fire. And ladies and gentlemen, that 18, 19, 20-year-old has become a soldier. I missed my second commercial by a couple of minutes, so let me do it. Folks, we're about $230 away from what I've got to have when I get off this program. If you will help me, please. It's very important this week that I hit these numbers every day, so that hopefully I stay on this program and I don't have to go back to the schedule that's just so phenomenally expensive. We just can't keep it up. Now, I'm trying. I'm trying to take this change in the meds and make it work. I just need you to help me, please, this day. Help me. And I know there's less of us listening. I know that everybody at the end of the month's tapped out. I know all of the things and the reasons why not. I'm just asking, could you please help me today, please? Go to PayPal and then hit Nichols live at AOL.com. For those of you that are new listening today, go to Larry Nichols, Conway, Arkansas, the Facebook page, and there is a button. I think it's yellow. You can hit it and pay with your debit card. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can have a credit card, a debit card. Please do help me today. 230 away. 230. Back to where it was. You have now joined the ranks as a young man, as a soldier. Now your head's up. Now you have actually started firing. You made a kill, or so you think. Truth may be, 10 other people may have shot the same guy, but you don't know. It seemed like it was yours. And all of a sudden now, you duck back down for just a second, just so that your mind can digest what just happened. And you've got to get back up there, and you've got to select another target. You've got to find another target, because the fire's still coming from the enemy. And you notice something. You notice that fear still there, but it's in a different form somehow. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a different way. It's there, but it does not control you. And in that second, you go back to that drill sergeant, to all the people you've talked to that have been blooded, that have been in combat. You go back to what they were saying. You go back. For some reason, you're thinking, you're thinking way too much. You're thinking way too much. Get that head up. Fire. Rely on the training. Fire. Don't think. Do. Don't think. Do. And then you hear, cover the right flank. You hear Nichols, cover the right flank. And you go, oh my God, I'm Nichols. Cover the right flank? And they said Nichols. They didn't say first squad because you're a part of a squad. They didn't say first squad, cover right flank. They didn't say second squad, cover left flank. They said somebody hollered your name and said cover the right flank. They're moving around to the right. And you realize that the safety of your entire squad is on you. It's all on you. And you just got through shooting your first shot in combat. You just got over being so scared you couldn't even move. Now the whole life of the squad is in your power to protect or get people killed. And you roll over, take a position behind as much cover as you can, and there you go. There you see 3 or 4 of the enemy moving, running, moving to your right, trying to get around behind you. And, oh my God, there's nobody there but you. Nobody. You fire. You fire at the lead guy. And you don't compensate for him running. You don't compensate for him moving. Your rounds just go errant. They just go by. The guy just keeps moving. You don't even make the dust fly up around there. I mean, what kind of shot is that, right? I mean, you're trained. What kind of shot did you just fire that a guy's running, trying to get around behind you and kill off everybody in your squad, and you can't even see the dust fly up anywhere near him where your round just went? And then here comes that old fear again, you know? Because if they come around to the right flank where you're supposed to be defending it, you know who the first one's going to buy it is? You. You're the first one. You're the first one to take it. You're the first one to take it. But you know what? You don't think about that. You're thinking about, my God, I'm letting my guys down. Just got this from Greg. Numbers only off 20% versus 30%. That means 80% of the Nichols army is engaged today when most of the nation is grilling out. Thank you, Army. Thank you. Means a lot to me that you're here this day. It truly does. So here they come, 3 of them moving to get behind you and your men. And you've let your men down grievously. The guy's still moving. He hadn't taken cover. That's weird. You see the other 2, but that lead guy's one you just focus like a laser on. Well, you do it right this time. You take your time. You put a little bit of lead. He's not moving fast, but you still got to lead a little bit. Hold your distance, hold your windage, hold everything. Forget all of that stuff. Forget it all. Shoot the damn gun. And off goes the round. You did it right. You didn't even know exactly when the round was going off. It came off automatic because you had the right pressure on the trigger. And there it goes. That guy goes down. The 2 guys behind him, they stop, they kneel down, try to find cover. But where they're at, there's not particularly a lot of cover. So they start just sending rounds back your direction. Where that scared you only seconds, maybe a minute or 2 before, where the rounds just flying in your direction put you into just cripple. You were so scared. All of a sudden, these rounds are just coming in left and right. And you know what? You don't feel nothing. And there's that other guy. He's down. He's trying to find where you are. He's trying to control his fire, but he's still shooting just wildly. You take that time. He's not running now, so it's an easy shot. The only problem you got is he and that other guy just throwing rounds at you. But for some reason, they don't bother you. And you let go of the next round, and bam, down he goes. You saw that round hit. You hit him right square in the head. And there was this pink, reddish pink explosion, and down he went. The third guy, oh boy, he's a brave one now. Look at him. Look at him, this brave guy. You know what? Now the guy's shooting at you that you were wondering where they got the courage to just keep firing at you. All of a sudden, that third guy, he's turning, going the other way. You got to get him. You need to get him. He was your responsibility, but he's running the other way. And he takes 2 steps, crouches, takes 2 steps, crouches. You know what he did? You know what mistake he just made? He's so scared. He's moving in a pattern. Now you got him. Now you got him. Because see, in your training, you're taught about patterns. Watch for the pattern. And just like taking that building and moving about a half an inch beyond the corner of the building so that when it came out, you pulled at that point. Because that was his patterns. Sneaking out around the building and firing a shot and then ducking back. Well, this guy's let you know his pattern. 2 steps down, 2 steps down. And you notice that when he tries to get up, he's always a little slow getting up. Well, folks, you got him. You got him. Just hold on. You got him. And sure as the world, that old enemy goes down. And you know it's your time. He goes down. He waits just a second or two, and here he goes. And he starts that clumsy getting up. And when he does, you nail him. You nail him right down. You got a body shot, but you still got him. And he's laying there on the ground. You see him move. He's rolling over. He's obviously in pain. You hit him somehow in the side. You hit him. He's in pain. And you burst off 3 rounds right into him. He ain't going to get nobody no more. And then all of a sudden, the firing subsides. You still hear your guys popping rounds, but there ain't nothing coming from the enemy. Nothing. And y'all, it's so quiet. So quiet. And what you don't realize until you get later in life, you don't realize you were so intense. You were so engulfed in what was happening with you that it was though the rest of the world wasn't even going on. Wasn't even going on. And then you hear crying and moaning, and you hear, medic, medic, get over here, medic. And then you see movement, and your guys start kind of raising up, and you start looking, and you're praying. Hope nobody else got it. Hope nobody else got hit. Medic comes over. Says, "Are you okay? You okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. What about it?" "Guy next to me, what's the deal?" "He's okay. He's gonna be okay. He got hit in the chest, but he's okay." Then you ask the question that you don't really want to hear the answer to. You really don't want to hear the answer to, but you ask it. Did we lose anybody? And in 2 seconds, that medic's face tells you the answer. Yeah, we lost 2. And then you don't want to, but you're obligated to. You go over and you look and witness the carnage of your 2 teammates that were just with you. And you see the damage of an AK-47 round, what it does to a man, what it can do. And there, in just a moment, except for the grace of God, if that's what you want to call it, because you feel ashamed, you don't want to say, except for the grace of God, I'm still alive, that person. You don't want to say that. That is the greatest guilt. Now, listen, folks, in a matter of 3 to 10 minutes, you've gone from the most fear any human being on earth can go through to becoming a killer, something you never really imagined you could be and what it would feel like to the greatest sensation of all, which is what I feel today. The sensation I feel today is guilt. Because you really, 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 you really feel guilty that someone else died and you didn't. And what makes you feel the most guilt is that you're glad you're still alive. And if you're glad you're still alive, that means you're glad they're dead. And it can't be that. It can't be that. And folks, I have just described to you the guilt, the PTSD, or whatever you want to call it. That's the shame and the guilt that every soldier comes back from combat with that you cannot get over. You can't. I got this from Greg. Let me see what Greg. Please let everyone know. Stay tuned for a few minutes after today's program for a 7-minute tribute to our veterans. Thank you, Greg, for doing that. Thank you, Leading Edge. He also sends Russians threatening retaliation for Europe missile defense system. People need to be ready. Russia and the Chinese could move on U.S. unexpectedly. Prepare. The Cold War never really ended, and he's right. It never really ended. But today, keep your eyes on the future. Keep your heart on the past. And when you look at a soldier today, I want you to think about every one of them that was exposed to combat in any way. And I don't mean they had to be on the front line. I'm talking about in any way. Every soldier has to live with that feeling of shame. Feeling of shame. Oh, now after the battle I just described, after that battle, everybody gets back to the base. And everybody's patting each other on the back, and all these young men are trying to make out like they're tough. They're tough. They did it. They handled it. We tough. Then you look over and to the side, one guy's. You look over to the side, and one guy's crying. You look over to the other side, and someone's throwing their guts up. And you realize those are the honest ones. Those are the real people that are able to let their feelings go. But you don't want to show that. Well, I just got word for our last commercial. Folks, listen to me, please. We are 12 minutes away from me having to have $230, which is what I've got to have so that my first day of the new schedule, I do not miss it. Now, they have warned me that because we are on this new schedule, everything's reduced. I cannot miss it because it puts the whole program in jeopardy. And I don't mean me, I'm talking about the whole trial, clinical trial. So if you're out there, please go to PayPal. Help me get that 230, please. $230. That's where I'm at. That's what I've got to have. Please. $230. And I don't have it. There's no way I can get it. I had to get Bob, bless his heart. He's already given me what I had to have to get the new medicine that I had to take. So can you please, there is no one going to bail us out on this. No one. It's you. You. You know, the little fictional story I just told y'all about a young man in combat, that story is pretty vivid to me. Because after all, it was not a story. It wasn't a story. It was remembering. And every day of my life from that day on, it seems every day was marked by somebody else not coming home. And over the years, as more and more people didn't come home, and somehow, miraculously, or whatever you want to call it, somehow I did. I pay a terrible price. A terrible price. Well, folks, I've got to go early. There are people here that I've got to see about changing out my IVs. So please, I'm signing off. Alden, Greg, I'm signing off. But they've got to change this IV system here. So please, let me go. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.
Over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of, one in a